Welcome to the Author Studio at Book Expo America 2013 in New York City. And joining us right now is author John Van Kirk. He's written a book called Song for Chance. Hello, John. How are you?
Hello. Good to meet you, Les.
All right, now this is about a rock star, and his whole world seems to be coming apart. How'd you come up with the idea?
Well, I got the... it actually all comes apart because of something that happened in his distant past. And that was what I got first, was the distant past. He wrote a rock opera back in the 1970s that took him to the brink of superstardom. And it was from that rock opera that everything else sort of evolves.
Now, a lot of authors, when they write fiction, their main character will have, let's say, some of their characteristics, some of their traits. Does Jack Voss have any of your traits?
I think he does.
Are you a musician?
Well, that's a good question. I would not call myself a musician. I'm an amateur musician now. I was not a musician really at all before I started the book. I had the character and the idea, and I had to study music to be able to write the book. I took piano lessons, I took guitar lessons. I fell in love with the guitar. But my character is a piano player.
This is called method acting.
Well,
is basically what we're saying here.
It's not dissimilar. We talk about how writers are supposed to write what they know, and I had a big problem because I didn't know, so I had to learn, and I had to learn enough to be able to know it when I wrote it.
Yeah. How much did learning the piano, or I should say, tweaking your piano skills,
Sure.
improving your piano skills, how did that make you a better writer?
Well, in some ways, music is about practice. In some ways, this is a book about practice. And I think the best writing happens when you stay in practice. When you write, whether you're inspired or not, you write, whether you have a new idea or not, you just stay with it.
Tell me some of the thicker plot lines that Jack Voss lives through.
It's a book of triangles, so that keep reforming in one way or another. But there's a kind of one that lasts almost through the book between his best friend and bandmate and his one-time girlfriend, eventual wife, that reverberates through the book, and other triangles sort of form off of that one, as it were.
Did you use any legendary rock star stories, and implement any of those when it came to your character?
Well, I would say I had some legendary rock figures in mind, and some legendary rock figures appear in fictional form in the book.
Oh, cool. Who did you picture most as Jack Voss? Is there a rock legend out there that when you were writing, you were just picturing that person?
I don't think so.
No?
I would say no.
And I'm just talking physical characteristics. I'm not
yeah.
talking their life experiences.
It's funny. Ray Manzarek just died, as a lot of
From the
people
Doors.
know from the Doors.
Yes.
A great keyboard man, and in some ways, Jack might have. Ray was a guy that had class. He wasn't over the top himself, but he was next to some people who were very over the top, Jim
Right.
Morrison. And people might find a similarity there, although I would say I had not thought of it in advance.
Is this your first book?
It's my first published book.
No,
We all have
congratulations.
many, like many authors, I have one at least, one in the drawer and a couple of that never reached completion.
How did you enjoy your first experience being published by somebody other than you?
Well, it's very exciting. And I just have the galleys now, so the book is not yet fully in print, and I'm enjoying the ride, such as it is.
Show everybody the.
Well, this is
The sample
this is what we call an advanced review copy, so it doesn't have the proper cover. But this is what the cover is going to look like. Song for Chance.
Very nice. You must be very proud of that.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Now, you were a school teacher before you became an author.
Well,
how did that affect your writing?
I've been a college professor for 20 years, and I've taught writing. I've seen a lot of a good writing, a lot of bad writing. I think it's made me more aware of my own weaknesses in some ways, and just more conscientious, more careful writer. In some ways, probably a more conservative writer.
But
You grade all those papers, it becomes hard to let yourself go and push the boundaries when you spend the other part of your life teaching students to stay within the boundaries.
well, and it enhances your credibility with the students as well, doesn't
Well,
it? Now you can say, hey,
absolutely.
I'm practicing what I'm preaching here, guys.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
absolutely.
What's the reaction been from your students?
I think they're looking forward to reading it with some trepidation. They're wondering, oh, what's this really going to be like?
A few more kids enrolling for the class now that they know you're a published author?
We'll see.
And before that, you were a Navy helicopter pilot. You've lived
That's
a full
true.
life.
Well,
A lot of
thank you.
iterations here. How has that affected your writing, if at all?
Well, you have to wait for the next book to find that
Oh.
out. That would be one way of putting it.
More fiction?
Yes.
I'm guessing a thriller of
No,
some
not
sort?
a thriller
No?
really, but there might be aspects of that. I don't think we need to stick too narrowly to the ideas of the classic genres. There's a bit of a mystery in this one, although other people would call it literary fiction. There are elements of a mystery novel here, and there may be elements of the thriller in the other novel.
You know, I can hear your confidence is gaining steam here. You're getting a little cocky, John. You're trying other genres, and you've only published your first book, huh?
Oh, right. I haven't quite published it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How's it been received so far from those you've shown it to?
I've been very gratified at the response. People seem to like it. We got a great review in Publishers Weekly first time out, so.
Okay, hopefully none of your students and the school you teach at are watching this, but if you have some success here, you ready to give up the teaching, or you want to just keep doing that?
Well, I could retire if it became possible.
Yeah.
It wouldn't kill me. I'd probably miss teaching, but I wouldn't mind teaching a little less than I do now.
Well, absolutely no reason why you can't do both.
Yeah.
Once again, the book is called Song for Chance. The author is John Van Kirk.
There
John,
it is.
Yeah, show it to him one more time.
All right.
John, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And good luck.
Okay.